I'ma pull up to your spot in my drop top, take you out to my spot. I don't understand why you fucking with that guy, you know he's not hot. Gotta look like you tryna make sure that he feeling up my spot.
What's up? It's your boy Tayo, and then we are on Off the Record, first episode since like the Fuego show, and it's been a minute. For those who ain't really know, you know, I'm an artist and producer from West Texas, pretty much, and it's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing to be able to do what I've been able to do. I've met some really cool people. Last song did pretty well, so I want to say shout out to everybody who streamed Mango. You know, 20K on the personal YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So I'll take a dub when I can.
Big ups. Big dubs to the boy.
big dubs to the boy. You heard? And we got my homeboy Steven here. You know what I'm saying? So Steven, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
What is up, everybody?
No.
I'm Steven Boutain. They also call me Skumbag Steve. I used to rap with King Tayo back in the day. Now I just kind of run my own little studio downtown. I'm in a couple different bands, drumming, doing singing, stuff like that.
With a high note.
You know, shit like that, hitting
Bullshit.
that. That's a good no.
I've heard it. Give me, I want a melody.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, fucking go ahead and introduce yourself. My boy Isaac. We got my boy Isaac.
Yeah, I don't do music like that, but I've known Tayo forever.
Yeah,
and real cool dude.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like Tayo and friends, pretty much. You know, the original guest, K Sweet. Shout out K Sweet. It was his mama's birthday, so he's just showing love to his mama. So
shout out.
Yeah, shout out K Sweet. But man, so I just kind of want to run down like song of the week, man. What y'all think? What is y'all's vibe, man? What are y'all vibing? What y'all listening to nowadays? And what y'all's pick?
Okay.
Because I feel like now music is kind of going in like a wild direction. You got what's her name? Man, what she made? Was it Ice Spice, whatever? Spike, what is it?
Yeah, the Dookie girl.
Yeah.
Queen Poopy.
Bro, the beats be crazy. The Jersey Club beats, I'll be like, damn, okay. But I can't get behind what.
Maybe I'm a munch now. Hold on.
Hold on. He said, I'm munching.
Shit.
Nah,
I don't know.
I can't do with that.
None of that, actually.
Yeah, none of that. Yeah, hard pass.
Pause, repeat.
What you think, though? What you be bumping?
My recent bump has been, God, I can't remember the name of the guy, but it's Melatonin High. It's like a vaporwave. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Vaporwave, God.
Yeah.
Vaporwave.
Playing Cyberpunk and you're fucking tripping balls and you're just like, hell yeah.
It's super chill, just like weird ass vocals and just pause for a little bit. Yeah. It's nice to just kind of disassociate with a song.
Is it a bop?
All right.
Okay, it's a bop.
Certified bop.
Okay, great.
Vaporwave. So you know about like what was that old one that they did? Macintosh 420.
Fuck, I love Macintosh so much. Like you could just pause.
What's
Macintosh?
Like what is this?
You've never heard Macintosh? Oh my God.
Are you talking about like that?
No, it's a song.
No, it's a song.
Yeah, and for a while it turned into like a meme or something.
Wow, I'm fucked off. I guess
it's a whole different. I guess like not like subculture or whatnot, but like it's a little different.
Can't call me a producer, I guess.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? You haven't sampled Macintosh Plus yet, dude? What the fuck?
It's gotta be one of them. There's a lot of great examples, and I would say, I don't know, examples and just unique and creative ways of like vaporwave they do different effects, and I can really respect it.
Man, every time I listen to vaporwave, I just can't think. I just think of GTA 4 or no Vice City. I think of Vice City for some reason.
Hell yeah!
I feel like vaporwave definitely has a very Miami like Vice vibe on it, on a
lot of neon.
On the subculture part of it, or not subculture, subgenre.
Yeah. Dog, I met this one wild dude. This is completely off topic from Miami. Man, he was like the most out of pocket character. He's like, I guess he was doing a lot of traveling between like Alabama. You know what? We'll save the story for another time. Hold up.
I gotta get the Patreon for that one.
Time out. You and shit. What you be bumping, bro?
Me, honestly, so I'm blue collar boy, so I've been.
What?
I got a brother. He's my apprentice. Actually, he got me into country, and I was like, dang.
No way.
You're really bumping some country right now, and then
Tyler Childers and shit.
No, I mean I like Tyler for sure, but he put me onto some Morgan Wallen.
Ooh, okay.
That came out.
Yo, Morgan.
I got a few songs on there like 20 Cigarettes and number 3 and 7.
Yeah.
What was it? Hope you come back as a redneck.
Damn, I
I
haven't heard
was
that one.
like,
Actually,
okay.
I don't even know about that one. Wait, but
Damn, you're not even plugged in like that.
It's not my normal listening to, but I mean, I let him drive, I let him take the aux, and I'm just like, okay, this is cool.
yeah.
And then while we're working, he's playing it, and I'm like,
Shout out your younger brother though for being
Absolutely.
on the grind though, for real. I think he's young as fuck. And he's really grinding it out. But dude, that's Morgan Wallen. I think he's kind of up there. I feel like in the country.
Yeah, he's one of the
for
main
sure.
names
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
like he's
And,
yeah.
Before my homeboy put me on, the only time I'd ever heard of him was Post Malone's country album.
That was a bob. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I still haven't heard that
hit
thing.
on
Yeah,
most of like every track.
I ain't gonna lie. He kind of did his
Absolutely.
thing. I was like, wait, I was not expecting when he said he
When he
did a
dropped
country
it, I was like, wait, Post dropped a country album?
yeah, I was
He's been
What?
teasing it the whole time.
yeah, I was like, man, when he dropped that, I heard the snippet from like some YouTube leak or whatever, and I was like, oh shit, I really hope this is a real track, not some AI generated bullshit. I was like,
No, absolutely.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna cry if it is, but no, he released a song, and I was like, oh shit,
I remember,
it's a bop.
was it back with Beer Bong and Bentley's?
Yep.
He
Yeah.
would do live songs with Bud Light, and he'd have his guitar.
Yeah, that
And
was hard.
he would kind of like also do kind of, it seemed like a country vibe, and so I was like, I
yeah,
always liked those, and so when he dropped this, I was like, all right,
low
you
key.
got me.
Yeah, whenever he was doing those lives with Budweiser, I thought that was kind of sick. Kind of had like the image to it was baller. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely kind of screamed Texas for sure.
Oh, absolutely. You remember his Bud Light jacket?
Yeah.
The denim jacket he had?
Bro, that made me chugging cigarettes. Like,
You do.
damn. But damn, that's crazy. Wait, so you said that's not your regular listening to. So what is your regular listening to? What you
Regular listening to lately, I would say I kind of threw back into like some European EDM,
What
Okay.
the, whoa.
house beats,
Okay.
and some like older jazz.
That's what's
Hell
up.
yeah.
Okay, I'll fuck with it, bro. You know, I met this one dude. I was in on my flight from here and I don't know, was it Houston to Denver, I think, or something like that. But anyway, I was in the airport. Fucking homeboy was there sitting with a synthesizer, and he was just bumping. He's like,
Synthesizer.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like, bro, it's sequencer is what they would call it, right?
Yeah.
So you pretty much, it's like an old school drum machine, bro. You can literally you can create sounds. You can create pretty much a house track off of this, like.
Oh yeah,
Little-
I've definitely
little
seen
thing.
it before.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. But homeboy was like recording the environment, and bro, it was actually really interesting having a conversation with him. He's from Peru.
Peru.
Yeah, so he's not originally from the States at all. So he was explaining to me how like he approaches creative, like, or like, you know, house music or whatever he be making, because he had like a camcorder, dog, and we were walking around the airport, and he was just like recording everything, and then he would put it through the sequencer,
Mhm.
and he'd like put it, bro, this is insane. He'd run it through Ableton after he'd run it through the like sequencer.
Yeah.
So he'd make like 16 tracks off of like this one little recording that he got, and whatever he put through the sequencer, and I was like, damn, bro. It was cool, but the European house set, that's what he was putting me on and all that, bro. I was like, damn.
Okay.
He's like, please, every time you come out to Denver, let me know. Show you good
Okay.
time. Show you good time.
And then, not to go off on a tangent, but you were saying that, like, you know how he records every day, like just the sounds and make music out of
Yeah.
it. For whatever reason, that threw me back to this movie I saw when I was younger. You ever seen the movie August Rush?
Nah,
I've heard of it.
I've never heard of it. Never heard
This
of it.
little kid, he was like musically inclined. He was just like everyday sounds. He would just like make his music out of it, and he like became a composer, I think, or like, I don't think it was a composer. I think, oh, it's so long ago. I want to say like his mom was playing in like an orchestra,
Yeah.
and he like found her through the music or something like that.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, but he was making his own music just through regular sounds in the everyday
Dang,
life.
yeah. See that that type of creativity is sick. I ain't gonna lie. Like, just to be able to use your everyday sounds, like,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's almost like having like a child-like approach to creativity, and
Mhm.
that's important. I feel like it,
Mhm.
it works, man, because that I feel like that's the stuff that makes people like, you know what I mean, get a little jiggy with it. You
Just having fun, having childlike wonder.
yeah. You feel lost
Find
in the
rhythm
song.
and everything in
Hell
everyday
yeah.
life.
Bro, yeah, it's like, I always say it's like cooking. You're the chef. You got all these ingredients, and you just throw it in a little pot. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. But I've been bumping like what's this group, like Grupo Frontera or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
where they made this song with Bad Bunny, and it's like 1% or whatever, and it's just like, bro, this shit's a bop. It takes me back to when my grandparents were like growing up, when they would have like cookouts or whatever, they'd just be cooking, cleaning, and they would just be listening to like these like corridos, and then like Tejano, and it was like a bop, bro. They were just like accordions, and they had like the simple drum beat to it, but usually the lyrics were really like kind of like lovey-dovey, or like kind of, sometimes it wouldn't be, sometimes it would be like what's going on over there in like Mexico, Colombia, or whatever. Bro, that's another thing that's crazy too, bro. The music over there is fire, but what they're representing because of what's going on over there is also crazy too. I'm like, damn. But yeah, that's my song of the week, man. That's what I've been bumping as far as like heavy. That and like Leon Thomas. Y'all, do you know who Leon Thomas is?
Thomas?
Yeah, Leon Thomas.
Leon Thomas. Wait. No.
No? You know who Leon Thomas?
No.
No, the name doesn't ring any bells,
you just
brother.
put a pie. Damn, you got me excited. I was like, you know who Leon Thomas
No,
is?
I was thinking over here Leon. I'm like, I think I got something on my Spotify, but something Leon, but I don't think it's that.
Kings of Leon, that's about all I know.
No one got named Leon. No.
Leon Edwards, that's about.
Leon, bro, yeah. Headshot, that boom. Let me tell you what, man, Leon Thomas did Headshot dead on this song, bro. Bro, this song called Mutt. Wait, Daniel, can you pull up a song called, or can you pull up like Leon Thomas Mutt? You can't hear it? Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Just play like 10 seconds. It's called Mutt by Leon Thomas.
Mutt.
Yeah, M-U-T-T.
He's got that dog in him.
You got that dog in him.
Leon Thomas, what do you got? Chris Brown on it?
Bro, yeah, Chris Brown remixes. Bro, I found this kid. I saw his like TikTok when he first posted it, and it was just him trying to get out there, and it went viral very, very quickly. I was like, holy shit, this guy's blowing up. It took him like, I think, a month to get to where it's like at right now. But I think when I saw the video, it was like at 30,000 or something like that, which is like pretty good, right? And I was like, oh shit, this guy's already got some movement. Like, I think now it's like over like a couple mil. And like the song, like Chris Brown just remixed it. And I was like, damn.
Pulling it up, he's got like 18 mil right now on video.
Yeah.
Easy back in it.
Yeah, Chris Brown murdered the remix, man. I was like, damn. Then the whole album too is like just old school like soul too, like, or like R&B kind of vibe to it. And it's a bop.
Certified hood classic.
He said certified hood classic. Nah, I agree. No, like, I could be bumping that, bro. I'll be driving down the road like, I went down. That shit get jiggy. Bro, yeah, I don't know why my coach put that on whenever we were training today. It was a vibe. I don't know why.
Just set the vibe for the...
Yeah, I was like in the middle of getting choked out, but I was singing the fuck out of the song.
You say you're in the middle of getting choked out.
Yeah. Hey, yo, no Diddy.
I'm not trying to know what you listen to in the bedroom.
No Diddy. I would, thankfully, he didn't succeed on choking me out. Okay, all right, I got out of that. But the song,
you got out?
Yeah, the song helped. I ain't gonna lie.
Powered by the vibe alone.
Yeah, no, I just started dancing while I was on the mat. I was like, hips. I'm like, oh fuck. Well, but
Coach said I gotta use my hips more.
Yeah, damn right. But man, what do you think is an artist right now that's like taking over and that needs some more?
Dang. Taking over and needs some more recognition.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll shout out the band that I've been
Bro, talk
on.
about your band. Wait, hold up. Yeah.
What my...
You're talking about You Like Country. This man is in a country rock band?
I'm in like a... Yeah, it's like a country southern rock kind of project.
Country southern rock. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
We don't really have shit out yet, but like we've been working and grinding. Right now we're just getting this fucking studio downtown, just working on so we can actually get some demos made, and then maybe like, you know, maybe put out a little EP something by the end of the year.
Talk about your shows.
Shows. Man.
Your shows have been pretty...
I haven't played any shows recently, but like I'd say the most fun one that I had was when old Dallas Grundy went to was it Denison, I believe.
Denison.
Yeah, we just rented out this like treehouse thing for the weekend. Sold out this like little saloon and just played some rockin' tunes for like an hour and a half. It was such a fun time.
Bro, I saw
from
that
what I can remember.
Kind of iconic. I don't know. I felt like you got to take dubs as a country rock band. I feel like that suits. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, like
you sell that saloon. You kind of like.
It was sick as fuck.
But how's it like the recording process? Cause I went to your studio. Yeah, okay, so you got a studio downtown where we're at, and it's pretty sick. It's a little spot.
Shout out Miller Pro.
We was trying, yeah. Shout out Miller Pro. Cut him a check,
Please.
No, for real. But
Send them for
I got people I gotta pay.
his drum, he had to go tune his drum, not tune his drums, get his mic audio
Yeah,
right.
I had to set the gain stages and
yeah,
stuff.
and so like for those of y'all don't know, I have like a really good experience like audio engineering and commercial like music production type of thing, and so like I was helping homeboy out, and the process of recording a whole band is very interesting. It can take some time, you know what I mean?
What you mean by very interesting, huh?
Bro, so like if you don't got a good drummer, or then you don't got a good band. Like if I'm being real, you don't got a
Drummer
good
and bass, drummer and bass.
drummer and bass, bro.
Rhythm.
Like yeah, rhythm is everything because they set the pace, they set the whatever. Because I can create a click track all day and they can play along, but if they just suck and can't play along with the click track, then is that,
Me.
am I not?
Hey, what are you doing that, man?
So I am the drummer, but
Oh,
I
you
hate.
are the drummer.
I hate click tracks. I'm
Yeah,
just,
fuck. I mean, click tracks suck. I ain't gonna lie.
I can log in, but scary.
Yeah, they suck. So like you have to learn some kind of form of time. So if you're not good with rhythm, like you have to get like you have to learn from a click track, or you have to learn somehow. Because if not, then whenever you're going through recording process, bro, you have to do take after take, punch in after punch in, and like it's okay to do that. That's the point of being in the studio. But they're
Be
also
more efficient.
Yeah, to
Oh,
be
yeah.
more efficient and to get the best. I feel like quality out of what you're trying to chase and envision. Then like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Why not be prepared? Yeah. Cause especially because you have to like mic things specifically too, especially with drums. Like you can't just willy nilly like, oh, I'll put this here and because you just got so many moving elements that it just becomes like a whole.
You gotta be strategic with it.
Yeah, almost, bro. Yeah, like
Strategic, like, well, am I gonna get the best sound on this part,
Yeah.
or like best sound on this part?
dog. When I was in college for this, I had a professor, and yeah, he was honestly an ass, but the coolest person at the same time. And one
I know
day,
some people like that.
bro, he was like, we would measure stuff every time we would go into the studio, and he would measure it to like the T. He'd either get like angles, like everything, and would have like the tools for it, and it was insane. And even when it came to like capturing like specific audio, he had this one that had like technically eight microphones, so it had like 8 diaphragms in it.
Oh,
So
dang.
it captured audio from like
like an omnidirectional mic?
Omnidirectional mic, and so
That's crazy. I've
Yeah.
never heard of that.
Dude.
They're cool.
yeah, they're sick. The way you can manipulate audio with that, it's so cool. It's like
Set it as like a room mic, and then if like you're doing a live band recording,
Yeah.
you can
Okay.
capture every instrument at once, and then like it just adds like another layer inside of the recording. It's really cool.
Yeah, and shit, you can do some cool shit with omnidirectional mics, and like even like when it comes to technique, because you can do like so. David Bowie, for example,
Yeah.
he did like this whole or his engineer, whenever he would record, he had like a microphone in front of him, and then he would measure, I think it was like 10 feet out, and then he would go up in the room, put a microphone there, set another microphone back at that in the highest point of the room in the corner. So what it was doing was capturing like natural reverb of the vocal.
Yeah.
And so whenever he was editing or mixing and everything, it was like he didn't have to do anything with the effects or running through, because back then you had to run it through like a whole outboard gear, and like it was like a whole process to get audio to do effects and
On
stuff.
tape?
On tape? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh my
bro.
God.
Oh my god, especially recording on tape, bro. That was like a different era.
We got a couple hours worth of tape. You better get this shit right.
You can't edit tape. You know what I mean? So that was.
Oh, if you're cutting, snipping into part, get
Yeah.
a little scotch tape.
That's dead ass
I
how they
think,
would do it, like with edits. It's crazy.
Really?
They would like
Yeah.
you could. That's how they would like splice tape and be like, all right, that take was good.
And then it was
got you,
yeah,
Pimpin'.
it's really wild when recording with like with tape and stuff, man. Like it gets intense. It's a whole process, but it's cool though because it adds like warmth or whatever they say. It adds like warmth and shit. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, whatever. No, I'm just playing. Like I do hear it whenever, but that's the whole point of recording a band. It gets a little crazy, like the whole. You can get really, really down to the nitty gritty when it comes to recording a band, but it's fun.
Yeah.
But that's what. So, how is it being trying to record lately and like trying to do that? Since all you like, I feel like when it coming up in a band, you got so many moving parts as far as like people on
Yeah.
schedule and
It's-
everything like that, man. You know what I mean?
It's fun. Like, it's the most stressful thing I've ever done in the near 30 years that I've been alive. But it's worth it in the end. Like, trying to get 75% of a vote
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, because
Think
like
so.
you have to make sure the merch is on point.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that like you have an image and all that like kind of put together. You can't be like ragtag.
Yeah, that's true. That's
the recording process itself is super difficult. Like I think last time we spent 3 days, and it got me. We just did drums for those 3 days, and
3 days.
I feel like yeah, bro.
And it was 8-hour long recording sessions, and we got like 3 songs done.
I feel like yeah, because I feel like when you're doing it in house, it could take a little bit longer rather than because when you go to bigger studios, and you like, hey, I want to record X Y Z, and you're like a whole band, like $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so I had a buddy named King, shout out King, and he was in this band called The Worst Case Scenario, and they were doing some cool shit, but like, yeah, they were dropping the tag on studio time in like Dallas or whatever adds up, bro. So if you can do it in-house, it's like, fuck it, why not?
It's lovely.
Yeah.
The amount of money that has taken to get that studio set up is astronomical, but it's honestly, you save it. In the end.
Shit, get a DBA. Shit, shout out, get a DBA.
I got a DBA. Got my DBA. I got my EIN. You know, we're
we're chilling. Homeboy got a DBA. I'll just putting y'all on game. For those at home.
No, write it off. Don't ever forget everything. Write it off.
No.
You said one fist, right?
Damn, I fucked up. I gave homeboy advice, said fist away, and I'm over here getting fisted by the microphone.
Amateur hour.
Amateur hour. Sorry,
get a load of this guy.
That's a CTE kicking in our little R2 right there.
We ain't even got the championship yet. We can't get CTE yet. Come on now, gang.
Yeah. All right. So aside from your band, what do you think is an underrated artist? Like, what do you?
I've been shouting out this band every single time that I get, just because like their music moves me in every way. That's Delta Sleep.
Delta Sleep.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Who the fuck is this?
They're a British math rock project.
Math project.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, we do equations out here."
Like low key, yeah. It's a bunch of shifting time signatures, really atmospheric sound. It's like vaporwave with real instruments.
Damn, that's wild. Okay,
Yeah,
I fucks with that. So vaporwave with real instruments.
Vaporwave with you know, I'll just
Yeah.
So
like
wait.
that's the vibe it
So
gives
they
me.
do is it like live analog synths and shit? Like
They don't. It's more on the album where they'll like put in the synthy like some elements in there. It's more in the background.
No, it's not like
Yeah.
that.
But,
But it's
like it's just like super chill, like plucky guitar parts and incredibly odd time signatures and weird tunings. It's funky.
it's funky. I can get down with it.
You'll be bopping like this, and then you gotta.
Yeah, see, so you like it for both the sound and the technical.
Yeah, like I'm in love with prog music.
Man, I
like,
be getting
absolutely.
mad as hell sometimes. I'll be trying to sample some jazz shit, and then time signatures be so weird. I be like, motherfucker, I gotta get this shit down.
Why are they doing 18/8?
Like, what is? I'm like, damn, I gotta figure this out. I'm like, damn, this is gonna be a tough one. But what about you, bro? What do you think? Who do you think is like slept on right now?
Slept on? It's crazy. I don't know, cause I mean, on smaller artists, I go small.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
I got
shit.
this one song. I'm sure you know, cause you do rock. So one of my guilty pleasure genres is Midwest emo.
Hell yeah, that's kind of what math rock is. Very close to
okay.
Midwest emo.
And
Why
one of the
is
bands that I really
Midwest
like. He's like, what?
We got emos in Iowa going crazy right now.
No, we do. No,
We really do.
we really do. They're crunk.
I'm so
Tearing that basement apart.
Fuck, it's beautiful.
I'm so mambo.
But the band that I really like, and I like, you know, they're a little bit smaller, and I really feel like they deserve more recognition. Is they're called Flowerhead.
Flowerhead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the first song I ever heard from them was a reel, and it was Lucky Cigarette.
Ooh.
Lucky Cigarette.
Lucky Cigarette, yes sir.
That's a fire
Damn,
name
I
for a
fucks-
song.
Absolutely. He's got this one
Yeah, I
song.
fucks
Oh
with
my
Lucky
goodness, it's a
Cigarette.
meme, and he definitely has like shows it's a meme on his reels, but it's like it's a whole sentence. This dude, it's like I think the girl that I saw at the airport while it was raining or something. I was just like,
Yep.
all I remember is like girl at the airport. I mean, it's like a whole sentence. I was like, that's the song.
Trying to read on Spotify and it's
Dang.
scrolling along. You're
And
like,
it scrolls like you got
Like,
half a
what
paragraph
is
in the
it?
search bar.
What is he saying?
yeah.
No, but he's got Lucky Cigarette and a few others that I'm like, you know what? I really
Yeah.
love this, but I'm a huge huge fan of Midwest emo.
Bro, put me away. What are some other bands of Midwestern emo? Because, bro, this is the first one.
Oh, American football.
American
football.
Bro, man, you sound like you talking like what we supposed to be doing on game day.
Bro, we're putting you on mad ball knowledge,
but you gotta
bro.
understand, the thing about Midwest emo is the band names are stuff like that. It's just, it's weird. It's weird like
Pop
that.
Mulligan, Mom Jeans.
Mulligan.
What?
Yes, sir.
Fucking Dikembe.
His song titles.
Yeah, you show me.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pop this up.
Let's put you on game, youngin.
Absolutely. Listen,
Fucking Terra
the songs that
Mellows.
he's got. Listen to this. Song titles for like Midwest emo. Crazy. You ready for this? Shh. Golf song.
Yep. Banger.
There was a semi fight on I-69.
Banger.
I was like, visited Salmon. I meant transit balcony. The Hammer guys at it again. What? Deluxe capacitor. Feel like a crab.
Yep. You feel like crab is so fucking good. Eat hot chip and
I
lye.
can't
Yeah,
tell if
one
I
of
was
the first ever
trolling
songs
you or
I
not.
heard from them was I Fell in Love with Princess Peach.
Oh,
That's a good one.
so good. Or how do you know it's not armadillo shells? Another banger. Sounds like we're casting fucking spells right now.
No, he's just like, y'all are just saying random words now. You're messing with me.
Yeah, he's like, there's no way. This is bullshit. I feel like you're just reading like a script off.
Bro,
of
I'll
like
put
a
you on.
comedy
I'll put
show.
you on the way
One of
home,
my
bro.
favorite, I don't even think they're a band yet. It might have been like a demo, but like, I think it's like a less than 100 or 200 views, and I really like this. I think it's like a demo track. It's just called 4. It's untitled
Okay.
album.
Or
It's Aesthetics Across the Color Line, and
damn, that sounds
the
majestic
name of the
as
song
fuck.
is just 4 because it's the 4th track on their little demo tape.
Yeah,
Love
what is
that.
it called again? You said aesthetics
Aesthetics
across.
Across the Color Line.
That's
Bro, why
a
does-
beautiful name.
Yeah, low key, I ain't finna lie. If I heard that shit, yeah, y'all better put that on my
And it's just-
gravestone.
it's
low
a-
key.
it's a
Yeah.
like I've only ever I found it on Spotify for a little bit, and I think they took it off for a while, so I had to like
Damn.
download it and put it in there, and then it's on YouTube, and I was
Okay.
like, that's one of the few places I find it, but I'm like, it's just really good. I've got a few songs like that I know are on SoundCloud, and they just disappeared. I'm like,
Ah,
I gotta go find that somewhere else now.
that's
The
the
hidden
worst.
heat.
Yeah, the hidden
Absolutely.
heat. Man, the hidden heat. I'm trying to think, man. There's a couple people who are like,
What you on right now?
What are you on?
Man.
What's an upcoming band for you?
Who slept on other than you, man?
yeah, no, bro, for real. I'm just
I
playing.
gotta get you up.
Ooh, I think, man, there's a couple. Okay, so like Milo J, bro. He's this like Latin rapper coming out from like I think Puerto Rico or something.
You said Milo J?
Yeah,
Milo
Milo
J.
J, bro. Yeah, like shit, someone full, but I don't know. This kid got some talent. Like he really be making some. He's like 17 or like 18 or something, dude. He's like young as fuck, and he be really making some good shit. This other guy named Rio Vaz, bro. I don't know exactly where he's from, but like, think like drum and bass.
Okay.
But it's not like the darker, heavy like. It's like this really like. He be singing, bro. Like he be like, yeah, he hits these like high notes when he be singing too, and I'm like, damn. But the way he orchestrates like his production, it just fits it so well. And so like he has like these moments where it's like building up and it's the vocals, and then like the drop is like.
Just like that.
It be hitting. And then, bro, I feel like in hip hop right now, the person I've really been bumping, man, I feel like D Baby got it on lock right now, bro.
D-Baby?
D Baby, bro. I don't know if y'all know who.
Talking about Dub Baby?
No,
Let's go.
No, not that. Let's go. No, this guy
said
sound-
D Baby.
Nah, D Baby. He's from Houston, bro. And low key, he's been making like waves, bro. Kevin, he's on tour right now with Lil Baby.
Okay.
Yeah. So he just got put on, and dude, he sounds like the Mexican Kevin Gates. Like that's the best way to explain it.
You say Mexican Kevin Gates?
Yeah, he sounds like
Ah.
the Mexican Kevin Gates. That's the best way to put it. And he be going off doing his thing, and I've been bumping him for a little bit.
You know, I know a guy that looks like a Mexican Kevin Gates. I don't know if he sounds like him, but he looks like him.
He's like, I don't know. He's like, you could try, you get him in a booth and
Shit. Let's get him in.
Yeah, then that Leon Thomas too, bro. Got put onto him, and then I was like, damn, this guy's really be going off on the R&B side of things. I'll be fucking with that. And I'll be like, okay. So I'm like, well, what do you think? What genres do you think need more love though, bro?
Need more love.
I miss arena rock, bro. Can we just say that? I miss
Arena rock.
Arena rock.
I
Like
miss
We Will Rock You type shit.
like yes, bro. Like shit, like Guns N' Roses. Like
What the fuck?
dad butt rock, bro. I need shit to pop a Bud Light.
Divorce dad core.
Yes. I need shit to
Absolutely.
pop open a Bud Light too, have a Marlboro Red, and just like say, hell yeah, brother. I need some more of that shit.
Oh, okay. I could do that.
I miss that.
He said I miss that. He just when you,
That's some
got a
ignorant, dumb
Budweiser.
shit.
yeah, I feel like simplicity was key, man. I don't know. Back then it was different. Now you got like, I don't know. It gets a little subgenre. Subgenres gets a little too crazy, bro.
13,000 different.
Oh yeah.
Nah, for real, bro. What's that one classic song you be bumping? That's like just from like no matter what time era it's from, you can go to it and you like, that's the one. That should be
Maybe "Fool in the Rain" by Zeppelin.
for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
That shit feels nice to just like.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a timeless hit. I'll always go back to that one.
Okay, I like that.
timeless hit, bro.
Absolutely.
I think that's cool. What about you, big dog? What do you think? What genre do you think needs some more love, bro?
Genre. See, I'm thinking too subculture, but overall, I was like, maybe just rock and metal in general.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna say like.
So y'all like big into rock. So y'all think like so
Absolutely, and I love all
Damn.
the subcultures of it.
Mhm.
that's dope.
So I know for a long time I was throw it back just a little bit, not to go on a tangent, but just throw it back on a little bit. So me getting into rock came from Guitar Hero.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely, that old, you know,
Hell
Xbox
yeah.
360 Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero 3.
Some fucked up shit. So my sister used to want to play Guitar Hero with me, but I didn't have two guitars, right? So I
Yeah.
gave her the controller and made it look like.
Bro, that's the worst way to ever try to
That
get
is the
somebody on
worst way.
Guitar Hero.
No, okay, hear me out. At one point I had not Guitar Hero,
That's
but
so
Rock
funny.
Band
It's
on the
stupid, bro.
PSP.
Wait, what? You had it on
my
PSP?
On the PSP.
Man, my daddy whooped my ass. I lost my PSP, bro. Bro, I remember we just got that thing, bro. And we went. I wasn't living here. I was living in Washington, and the mall was a little big, bro. And I don't know where the fuck we were at, but we went to the food court, and he asked me where it was at. And I don't know why I thought it was in my pocket, and I was like, "It's just in my pocket." He's like, "Check your pocket." Bro, oh man.
You all of a sudden you can't feel, and you're scared. You're like, I
Yeah.
check my pocket.
I was like, I swear to God, I checked my pocket.
I didn't bring it.
I was so sad, bro.
Did I
was
say
a-
my pocket? I meant the pocket in the pants at home.
Nah, for real, bro. I was so sad. It was like Darth Vader one too, like limited edition one. I was like, damn, this shit was cute.
I had the Madden blue one.
The Madden blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when Madden, I don't know, it must have been like 07, 09. The Madden for PSP came out, and it was the blue.
It's like
That's what
that,
I
like
was
kind of like dark
rocking.
navy blue or some shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, kind of like that.
What?
That was
Absolutely.
clean.
Oh, those were pretty sick, bro.
But dang, I went off on a crazy tangent right there.
No, hey.
Going back though on the Guitar Hero, my first ever song that I fell in love with was "One" by Metallica,
Oh,
and then from there it got into what's the one with Hill? Nah, my brain just said "King of the Hill" right now. But no, "Run to the Hills" by Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think
Okay,
that
okay.
was I think that was Guitar Hero 3.
yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
Guitar Hero 3
absolutely.
was a shit.
Hell
I
yeah.
ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like that was like the best one. That
But
one or like
nowadays,
Legends
I
of
feel
Rock.
like everybody's just so hyped up on, you know, the pop and hip hop and rap. Nobody really like
That's
likes
fair.
rock anymore, except for like older dudes. And I'm like, nah, it's for everybody.
I was actually finna bring that up. I was finna be like, "What'd you think?" I was like, "Cause I feel like at one point I remember rock used to be like the most listened to genre, yada
Yeah,
yada yada,
absolutely.
and then it
And now
dropped.
it's like-
It's like not.
It's not at all.
And it's crazy because like right now it's like it's hip hop, right? But then I was reading some shit and it's like it's gonna change here within like the next few years is what they're expecting from what Apple Music is saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got like an influx of all these like people from different cultures and like stuff like that, and you already got like their music popping off on the charts. So it's like, oh, why do I keep doing that, bro?
Hey, fist away, fist
Yeah,
away.
no, yeah. Bro, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
Put a leash on this guy.
Come on,
Making out with the mic.
Nah, for real, but yeah, it should be
How he
wild.
gets close again.
I have to. I don't know why, bro. In my mind, bro,
Right here.
I hear my professor being like, "Get close with Mike."
He's getting sensual with them. He's like right in their ear.
Yeah, you know, I hear
Not
my-
Alicia Keys, dude. Get away from the mic.
No,
Get that
hey,
ASMR
yo, you know
mic
what? I
with the
may not
ears
be
on it.
Alicia Keys, but goddamn, I'm gonna try. No, I cannot hit that. I am not the one to be. I can sing. I can't sing. maybe when I'm solo dolo on a road trip or something, and then like, you have those moments when you be driving in the car and you hear you singing that song you like, and then you just hit that one note just right here. You like, no,
Absolutely.
nah, for real. But yeah, man, I'd be like, damn, that should be hitting, man. I feel like right now, like, yeah, a lot of people are having trouble staying authentic. I feel like to what they're trying to create. Everybody's trying to be somebody, so you have a lot of like replicas of stuff. You know what I'm saying, or stuff, or you feel like you've like, oh, I've heard this before, or like, oh, you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's kind of like why right now hip hop is kind of popular or whatever, because I feel like everyone's trying to just do whatever, you know what I mean. Because I feel like for a while, bro, even with fighting, like that shit wasn't even popular for a second, you know what I mean?
With what?
With fighting, like that shit just recently became like a really big trending thing to do. Like whenever it first became on like air and shit like that, it was like everyone was like, what the fuck? You're gonna just let people beat the shit out of each other on live television like that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're like, yeah,
Just bleed,
and it's wild, yeah. And to see, you know, I feel like a lot of people just want to feel like they matter, or like they fit into some shit, or like, and so that takes away a lot from what could really potentially be in the grand scheme of things, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like if you want to matter, you gotta stay authentic.
Yep.
Yeah.
But also, you're fighting that what do you say? Not trend, but you're fighting that urge to be like, all right, to be popular, I have to do rap, I have to do hip hop, I gotta do something.
It could
poppy.
be, or it could be anything, you know what I'm saying? Like it could be like crazy. I just feel like being in that type of mindset of wanting to, you know, it's always good to chase something, right? But I always feel like it's good to keep who you are into that, you know what I'm saying, and take flavors from things and use it, you know what I'm saying. But like, yeah, I agree. Like even if it's like, I don't know, cause yeah, even with hip hop, or like you got AI now, bro. So a lot of stuff is becoming scary because AI is becoming, bro. That's something that's getting scary because you got like human centric now and robotic stuff, and so even with stuff with bands and stuff, they can even get replaced within like fucking millisecond, because you can literally just tell AI to generate this, and it can create stems for you, which is fucking insane. And it's like I feel like AI is a great tool, and it helps in a lot of ways, but in the form of like human expression, when like music and stuff like that, I think we could use like tools, you know, in mixing and stuff like that. But I think it's important to kind of probably keep that human centric as much as we can.
That makes sense. I mean, you got I've seen my homies send me clips of, you know, just songs that don't really exist, and it's AI.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like, that sounds pretty good, and it's like, you know, make a whole song about that. But then you got other content creators that are making music, or just like little clips and like skit music, you know.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good too. And it's like, I feel like the amount of effort that the person puts in it versus like, you know, somebody just wrote up a script, or not a script, a prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
dude.
it's just like, dang, that dude really took the time to do all that, and you probably might like that just as much as somebody that, all right, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, put in this prompt, I want this, and this. All right, that sounds decent. Let me add this. All right, that's it.
Damn,
Upload.
bro, and it's so crazy because it's people are starting to do that, dog. You know what I mean? And like, there's like people can do stems entirely to where they can say like, that gives you one, right? You don't like this, but you like this element of it. You can tell it what you like and what you don't like. It'll keep what you like, get rid of what you don't like, or replace it with something that fits better to what you're going towards.
Yeah.
And I think that shit is like insane to me, how it's starting to be the low key. What y'all really be thinking though about all that, like the AI crazy, like, because I felt like when we was growing up and stuff like that, I know this is completely off topic, but like I just remember when we was kids, bro, they were telling us computers are gonna be the big thing, like you gotta learn computers.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo. Bro, now that they got AI and shit in school, bro, these kids are like either gonna be way smarter, or I don't know, like what it.
They're just
I say
chat
for the masses,
GPT and
they're
all
getting
these
dumber
stores.
because
Hell yeah.
they're relying on it more. You know, you got to be able. It's like, okay, think about it this way. Remember when our teachers in school be like, you're not gonna always have a calculator with you, right?
Yeah.
And so they wanted you to do the math on the paper and in your head. And it's like, think about it now. How often do you really do math? Now you just pull out your phone, your calculator, right?
Yeah.
So, but you at least you know how to do it. You know the process. You know the method. Sure, you don't. I'm not gonna sit here and write down something on a piece of paper and figure it out unless it's like crazy. But at least I know how. And it's like a lot of, I feel like kids with AI and whatnot, and like Chat GPT, and even my sister at her job, she uses Chat GPT, and it's like, dude, like, that's cool and all, and it helps. It gives you more convenient, and you can be more efficient with your time, but don't rely on it to the point where it's like you can't live without it.
I think, okay, that's fair. Well, I think it's a great tool right now. Like, I think it's like it's a tool. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what I think it is, because you got people in motherfucking China doing like doctor jobs and shit. They're literally building robots to do a doctor's job, and I think that's where it gets scary. That's where I think like the line needs to be. I'm like, okay, hold up.
It's like seeing if you want to put your hands in the face of like a robot.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, I feel like there's a limit. You know what I'm saying? There's like, for tools, for like creativity and everything, it cuts down the process and some stuff. But then there's like other, like I said, like being able to create like a whole fucking track and stuff like that is like insane to me, because I'm like, man, like I remember having to pick apart samples and then like having to EQ it to get this. Like, bro, we were roommates. He fucking remembers. Dog, he probably got fucking annoyed with it, because dude,
listening to the amount of splice samples at like 3 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, and like, dude, and then when I would find
you can't
one.
afford headphones? No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
I had headphones, bro. We had a studio.
It doesn't sound right.
Yeah, no, we had a whole studio, bro. We had fucking.
All of us were up till 3 in the fucking morning anyways.
Yeah, bro.
Shit.
We had a whole fucking. We had the drums in there. We had like all the recording stuff in there, guitars and everything, bro. So I was always locked in there, bro. I was in there like day in, day out, like constantly chopping up samples. Woo, 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 woo. And so for and like for me to find like these just if I like this kick, I had to like EQ this completely out just to get that kick. Or if I like that piano, I have to figure out how to cut out all of the other elements that I'm hearing just to get that piano. And now
I see what you're saying. Like, so you hear a song and you want a certain element of it, and now you got to go in there and like
do the work.
How to make it just where you only get that part.
Exactly, bro.
Wild. That's so hard. I tried that one time with a song that I really liked. I can't remember what it was, but like years ago. And we were trying to get rid of like just the voice. We just wanted the instrumental. And it was just difficult. I like could not figure it out.
Cause dude, it's
maybe
weird.
It's just maybe I'm illiterate in that sense.
Yeah, nah,
with
bro.
The music software, but
it's weird. Nah, cause like whenever even if you get it, like, you know what I'm saying, you're in the process of it. There's like what do I do with, like, even if you have the plugins, you're like, what do I do with it? Like, this is a compressor. What the fuck does a compressor do? And like, in what aspect do you use it? I think AI is like badass, but I think when we're using it in like healthcare or like putting it in faith to where like it's like putting it in like human lives on the line, if it's gonna, you know what I'm saying, that's where I'm like, maybe we stop maybe we don't go that way. Or like, how about we don't like get it.
What are you gonna do if your doctor or your lawyer, they
deep fakes is what I'm worried about, bro. Deep fakes and like
fakes.
Bro, have you heard about those?
Oh yeah.
The deep fake, bro. That's what I'm worried about. Like, fuck all the other shit, because like all that other stuff is great and it could be so beneficial and like profitable for people, bro, because now we're living in an age where it's like internet money. So like, if you didn't have the ability to like create things on the fly, like logos or woo woo woo, like you can do it now, and you can be able to actually like go on Fiverr, create yourself a little side hustle, and that's great for people to create side hustles, you know what I'm saying? Because right now the economy's fucked, the world's, you know what I'm saying, it's going wild. But when it's getting to the point when we start doing all this other extra stuff with it and trying to make it smarter than what it is, bro, like trying to make it sentient is scary. Like, to me, that's where I'm like, what? That's like a whole being, and not even like a whole being, that's like a smart being that like knows how to learn and think, and then like I think that shit's scary to me, bro. I'm like, hell no. When it gets to that point, I'm like, put that shit in a robot? Hell no. That should be wild to me.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Nah, for real, bro. I think speaking of fighting,
how do we get on AI?
I low key. We were talking about it because it was like
music.
Yeah. It was like AI music. Yeah,
like
bro. Besides her,
what we got next?
UFC 317.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Bro, UFC 317 was a shit, but
My heart hurts.
yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
He didn't have to erase Charles Oliveira like that.
No, he didn't, bro. I don't know why he did that. Like, I know the whole point is to win, but the way he had to win was stupid.
He even looked like he felt bad about it. He's like, I'm sorry it had to be you, Charles. Me.
Bro, I think the most wildest thing is like the night before, like the weigh-ins, he literally looked this man in the eyes and he's like, I'm sorry I had to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I'm like,
Yeah.
bro. And then he goes out and then in the first round knocks you out cold. And he's just like,
I'm sorry.
that's the first fight in the lightweight division. And you telling me you're already champ?
I think he's
Bruh.
gonna be the GOAT.
Yeah, nah, he's
I'm not
Ilya
lying. The guy was,
Topuria.
I got a fight. He just looks at me and said, I'm sorry. I'm like,
What you mean?
bro, he's like, he's just short dude. Bro, Charles is not a small dude.
Nah.
This dude is like, he's like 6 something.
I think
man.
he's 6 foot.
Yeah, and Charles is like 5'5" or some shit. Bro, yeah, he knocked that man out. I don't know what Charles was thinking though. I love Charles, but like,
Going
6
into
foot
elbow
and
range.
5'5".
yeah, he got. Was he 5'5" or 5'8", 5'7"? He's short.
Ilya is like 5'8".
He's short.
I put it behind you.
You did? Oh, what a go! I didn't even see you do that. Damn, what a champ.
Got fucking nukes in his hands though.
Mm.
He knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, who is the featherweight GOAT. Not anymore, but
Bro,
then he got Max Holloway, who had never been knocked down, let alone knocked out.
in his entire career, bro. His entire fucking professional career. Never knocked out, knocked down, nothing.
And
knocked
then
out, flatline. No. Slap.
Damn.
Bro,
Dana White has to be killed for what he has done.
bro, yeah.
He's ruining my life.
My parlays, bro.
Every month, my heart is getting
No.
fucking broken by a bald man.
No. Yeah, bro. For you, so a little lore, bro. So like Ilya, he was a featherweight champion. He was fighting in the featherweight division and worked his way up pretty quick. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But he was known prior for submitting people, bro. So everyone just thought he was gonna go into the UFC and just start just submitting people.
Yeah.
But it was like the complete opposite. Like all his fights have just ended in knockouts. Like it's like what 17-0 right now, and
Yep.
every single one has ended in knockout. And I'm like,
That's a very welcome to the big leagues.
that's a crazy stat, bro. Crazy stat. And so I mean, like then he went up to lightweight, bro, fought Charles, and then
I think
Right.
Islam has to come back down.
yeah. So Islam Makhachev was recently the lightweight champion, and shit. Yeah, he has to go back down because there's not really anyone in the lightweight. Well, I don't know. Well, that's retiring, honestly, because most of them are retiring right now.
All the stars, yeah.
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier's on his last fight with Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
Justin Gaethje has said multiple times that he said, I'm either gonna retire or get the belt, and he's not gonna get the belt.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not fighting for the belt. I love Gaethje. I don't want to see him get slept by Ilya.
Yeah.
If I'm being real, Ilya would knock him out. So cold. I love Gaethje, but
What, there's Chandler?
no, he wouldn't. I don't know. I would actually be a dogfight. I'd never try.
It'd be a dogfight for sure. I think that'd be like one that
Gaethje
Ilya would be
might.
tested in.
Yeah, for sure. I think Gaethje might be able to clutch it for sure.
But he's dumb. He likes getting hit too much.
Yeah.
His fucking coach is like, dude, can you stop? And he's like, my bad.
I'm like, no, I can just take them all.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm like, no.
The homeboy said the best defense is a great offense.
Yeah, he has a really cool technique where he blocks all of the punches with his face.
Hey, he be throwing, man, some mean leg kicks, low key though. His leg kicks be wild. Like, and shit. He might be, if he could utilize that in like an Ilya fight, he might be able to.
I don't see anybody using anything on Ilya because he keeps fucking putting him to bed before.
Bro, yeah, he really be putting him out, bro. I'll be like, God damn, bro. Like in the most brutal way too.
Mhm.
But I noticed all his knockouts come out the same way, bro. And it just reminds me of like classic boxing type shit.
Oh yeah.
He just like gets him against the cage, bro, and then he just rips like the same combination, and it works
If it ain't
every
broke,
time.
don't fix it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, bro. Like and it works, man.
What's the next move for Tom Aspinall, do you think?
I mean, who else is there to really? There's not a big name in the heavyweight division
Hell no.
right now. Like he fights either
I think they're doing Gone again.
Yeah, I think they're fighting. If he fights Gone, like that's dope. But that's it. I mean, he has to go down to lightweight and fucking or light heavyweight and go down and fight Alex.
Oh, now it's it's that big Khabib guy.
Magomed. Dude. How did Alex lose to that guy, bro? What the fuck?
It was bound to happen. That's why they didn't want to do that fight. They're like, he wrestles. That's not gonna be good.
No.
Shit.
They're like, what are you gonna do? I feel like he could have won. Because they didn't even wrestle the entire time. You know what I'm saying? And like Alex could really throw a bet. So I'm like, man, it would be wild. And then we got, was it Canelo?
Oh, yep. Canelo and Crawford.
Bro, yeah, Canelo and Crawford, 40-0. Bro,
putting all the belts on the line.
Bro, that is crazy, man. All the belts on the line? Damn.
Like 6 fucking belts that are going to be trading tonight, bro. Or like whenever that fight happens.
You say tonight?
I don't think it's tonight. My bad. I forgot when it's going to happen.
But bro,
I was like, if it's tonight, you wouldn't be here.
Honestly, no, I'd be on Stream East or something.
Nah, we buy the pay-per-view.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we totally buy the pay-per-view.
We buy the pay-per-view.
Every time.
We buy the pay-per-view.
every time.
Yeah, no, hey,
bro,
of course.
Terrence is like 40-0, so that's kind of be crazy, bro. I don't know. Canelo's a dog, so let's see. But yeah, man. All right. So are y'all familiar with sampling? Like, you know what samples are? Do you know
Who?
Samples.
Samples, yeah.
Yeah, so we're like, so we're finna end the segment, you know what I'm saying, and coming to an end here shortly, right? Just want to end it on like, you know, what are some samples that you've heard in a track that you were like, damn, that was fire? Or like,
trying to just point out. Oh fuck, what was it? This counts as a sample, I guess. So it's not a sample of like, it's not your traditional sense where they're like taking a song.
Yeah.
They're just like kind of in the Midwest emo sense of things. They'll take a sample of like a dude's monologuing and just like his breakup for a minute.
Oh, I love that.
But there's this one artist called Bill Murray. And he has.
That's the whole. It's like a.
It's like
not like a cult. It's like a tradition thing. Like you just gotta have a song with like either it's a voicemail, kind of like with rapping. You know how it's like the intro's a voicemail or something.
Okay.
But like that. There's just certain clips or samples of stuff. One of my favorite ones, just to kind of touch up on that. There's this video of this girl, and she's like, "Hey, there's no hitch in over here."
Damn.
And then this guy does like the Midwest emo, and he's like, he samples the lady like kind of screaming and going off like, "What do you mean there's no hitch?" And she's like, "There's no hitch." He's like, "There was a hitch last night, I think, or something like that." And she's like, "Yeah, no, there's no hitch on this on the truck." And she comes down and looks, and she gets all mad and like runs off.
What the?
Yeah. And then oh, you see it?
I love those videos so much.
I never, bro. I swear I'm gonna have to go home and go look at some of this like Midwestern.
I'll show you this song. It's
we got it. I got favorites for sure,
bro. Damn. Okay.
It's just Kevin James from the King of Queens.
Really?
And he's screaming. He's doing the NASCAR intro where they're like, "Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines." And he like screams, "Start your engines!" And it's just like a country breakdown, but with like saxophone and like heavy metal shit all at the same time. It's like not a sample directly, but in my vein of music, that's one of the most iconic samples right now.
That's the one. Yeah, that's fire. Damn. Okay. That's. Oh man. Wait. How do y'all get put on the? So is it just like a subgenre of like rock? Like that's how y'all got put on
subgenre of a subgenre.
It is.
Okay.
It really is.
A subgenre of emo music.
It's kind of hidden. I feel like to most people.
Okay.
Emo, but I'm a diehard fan of it. You know,
Man.
I will never put it down. I love it.
Okay, I fucks
We can have like
It's
a multiple
very-
episode series of just like Midwest.
It's very. You can feel the emotion in the voice and in the instruments. I feel like it's just very
raw.
It's raw. Yeah.
Raw. Monday Night Raw. No,
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
like-
No, man. I think so. There's this piece of like I think it's. Well, it's a Boogie song. You know that drowning song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that piano is was it Bach? I think Bach wrote it or
Some composer.
Yeah, it was a composer from like the 19th, 18th century, and then the guy who heard it was a music student, and he was like, "Huh, I like that. And he ended up going to the yeah. So he ended up going to the studio later that night, bro, and he was just playing that on the piano because they were learning that piece in school, and Boogie just fucked with it. Boogie was just like, oh, I like that, like, and yeah, he did his little
It's so icy.
yeah, bro. It was a bop after that, and I think that was dope. I mean, I think the most iconic sample though, bro, in my opinion, bro, A$AP Ferg, he sampled. There's a producer. He sampled a train track.
Oh, for Plain Jane?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
For Plain Jane, bro. That shit iconic. Again, how you were talking about, homeboy back and at the airport.
August Rush?
For Peru or whatever. How he just was walking around and sampling stuff, bro. Biggest example of that. Like, homeboy was just sitting on the train and was hearing the tracks going by and was like, wait, I kind of like that. He already had drums laid out, so whenever he recorded the sound of the train track, he just put it in Ableton, bro, and it was like, it just clicked instantly. And so then all he did was just add like a couple little instruments in there to carry it through the break or whatever, and that was the beat. And I was like, damn, like it just linking it back to homeboy from earlier is like using you never know when creativity might strike, and I think that's dope because what you can create with it is cool. So that was fucking dope in my opinion. That's where I'm at. All right, bet. So I mean, we're probably gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Absolutely.
So that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all coming back on the first episode on Off the Record. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tap in with me, Tayo Kings, on my YouTube channel, Tayo's World. You know what I'm saying? Follow me. We the best music. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, give you an outro, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. You can check me out on Skumbag_Steve on Instagram. You can check out Dallas Grundy. We'll come out with some stuff. I got Somber Melodia is going to be coming out with some stuff. Fucking a whole bunch of stuff. Like a whole lot of things are on the horizon.
Isaac?
You can't find me on nothing.
He's a ghost in the machine.
Find me on
nothing. You heard?
That's a dangerous man.
I ain't doing nothing out here.
Tayo's World.
Don't even look at me.
No, for real. Nah, homeboy, I got no socials like that. Y'all don't be following my homeboy. He's a ghost in the system, for real. But nah, man, appreciate y'all tapping in. Y'all
Thank you for having us on. This was fucking awesome.
Absolutely. This was a great invite, honestly.
Yeah, bro. Every week, man, you gotta tap in. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, baby.
I'ma pull up to your spot in my drop top, take you out to my spot. I don't understand why you fucking with that guy, he's not hot. Gotta look alike, you tryna make sure that he filling up my spot. Baby, man, you